Okay, can you hear now? Should be. Thank you for letting me know you couldn't hear me, and thanks for holding on tight. Holding on tight. All right. It sounds choppy still. It shouldn't. Everything is so sad. Well, on location maybe wasn't the best thing to do because of this. Okay, so whatever. All right. Here I am. What is it like? Anchor? My anchor. So, hey girl, what y'all been up to? I've missed you. Have you missed me? The summer's trying to melt us, but we're not letting it, are we? Thank you for hanging out. I hope you can hear me okay and bullet at least some from before, which that wasn't happening. Um, Wanda, that's my name. And I do stuff. So let me tell you about what I do. Uh, Black Women Travel. So Black Women Travel, we have a weekly podcast. We have a seasonal mastermind. We're in our summer mastermind right now. We have an annual conference. So that's coming up October 1st and 2nd. The whole reason I'm here in this cute little place, this is Restaurant Dumas, French. So the S, I don't think you're supposed to say that. Um, this is where the conference is going to be. So this is the Pullman Hotels and Resorts, Tbilisi Axis Towers. It's super cute because it's brand spanking new. It smells new and everything. I've been really excited planning this. Amongst other things, there have been many feelings, but excited has definitely been the leading thing. So that's what's happening. You're gonna come here. You're gonna see this face in person. You're gonna put your arms around this body, possibly masked up. But yeah, and come and meet your sisters. Meet your sisters. So that's why I wanted to do this live. I wanted to show you part of this. I've been getting some video and stuff. So I put out a couple reels. I'll be putting some more out for you all, just sharing information about Tbilisi in general and the conference in specific. So I'm happy to answer any questions you have about like what is going on here. You know, like the lifestyle and the things to do and the people to see. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you showing up, Artavia, Donna Marie, who's also a moderator in the Black Women Digital Nomad Entrepreneurs Group on Facebook. Miss Letitia came through. Thank you so much for letting me know what was good and what was not good. I have really not seen your faces in so very long. I haven't done a live in a long time. So it's good to see you. I've just been hanging out in the mastermind mostly. So I started mastermind in January. We had our winter, our spring, and now our summer mastermind. And it's been dope. A lot of the women have been with me through the whole year. And we've just been identifying our roadblocks. We've been saying these things out loud to ourselves and to each other so that we can move through. And that's a huge um, topic, like theme for us is moving through. We get to this point where we're creating and we get in our head about stuff which is the worst place to be. That's where creativity goes to die in your head. So having accountability for our goals and the things that we set out to do, I think that's helped all of us, me included, to show up more powerfully in our lives, to be present with ourselves, be cognizant. I've been going through like a lot of changes personally. I just started changing. And so I'm starting to want different things. And I'm trying to understand what that looks like and what I actually want it to look like and not like what the small part of me wants it to look like, right? So I've just been kind of chilling, really. And that's been really wonderful to take a step back and connect with the parts of myself that are showing up right now here in this moment. So it's been exciting planning the conference for October 1st and 2nd here in Tbilisi. The most exciting part about it has been, of course, connecting with you all, and then watching it come together. You know, I came here to Pullman, was it a week or 2 weeks ago, and just seeing the space, and it's like, what? This is really happening. Like, this can really happen. Like, we could actually meet face to face. Because, you know, I wasn't trying to meet with y'all because the heebie jeebies. I'd be worried about y'all. Like, sit down somewhere. Don't carry death. Don't don't get sick. So I was just like, girl, take the cape off, put your shoulders down, relax your tongue from the roof of your mouth, and invite these ladies out to meet you. So something funny happened in the mastermind, maybe a couple weeks ago. They asked how tall I was, and I was like, ooh, I'm used to hiding behind the screen. Um, so like y'all seeing me in person. Yeah, if you want to know how tall I am, how about you just come? Huh? How about that? Hey, Miss Kathy, thank you for coming through. So yes, that was good in the Tbilisi neighborhood. Um, the weather has been very hot. I put out in the email, I was like, girl, I don't know what time I'm going on, but I will be going live at some point today. So I finally got over here this afternoon. It's about 4 in the afternoon here. I know it's like extra early Eastern time, even earlier Pacific time, but yeah. So it's been super hot here. The heat came down late this year, I think, from what a few folks have told me. I also wanted to talk about what it's been like with the war. I know that that has been a concern for some folks. It certainly has been for me because I've been here since it started. So, um, yeah, it can be difficult to parse out exactly how folks feel. I know largely from what I can gather, Georgians, like people in the street, are not exactly Russia friendly. They've had their conflicts with Russia in the past, invasion as well. So part of Georgia is still occupied by Russians. So the allyship with Ukraine, I think, has been really strong, and you'll see a lot of like "Be Like Ukraine" or Ukrainian flags, support for Ukrainian businesses. Like when everything popped off, there were a lot of businesses and people with homes and just like in these Facebook groups, like offering whatever they had to Ukrainians. And there's still like, you know, clothes drives and food drives and stuff like that that's happening. So that's really dope to see that kind of support. I think that there was a lot of, and there might still be a lot of concern about everything happening with the war. But largely, you know, capitalism is going to capitalize. So people are going to work. People are carrying on, and they've been the whole time. But there just may have been like more angst. You know, Ukraine has kind of slipped from the news, like largely, depending on who you follow, what kind of feed you're involved in. So that's what it's been like, kind of normal day to day. There are some businesses that came out of Russia that haven't been able to operate here. Like there was a water company. Water is like really important here. They have like natural springs and stuff like that. But aside from that, you know, giant influx of Russians. The folks who have money who could afford to leave Russia came here, and that's impacted Tbilisi in a very well. I'm sure Georgia at large, but as the capital, Tbilisi in a very specific kind of way. So that's been greed. There's been greed. It's been a lot of greed. The prices have been driven up, stuff like that. So that's very challenging to navigate. And you see the posts like no Russians allowed, when it comes to some housing and stuff like that. Like I've definitely seen that. So very interesting all around. Humans colliding with other humans. Yeah. So let me make sure that I'm sassy. Okay, sassy. Understand it. Greed just won't die. No, ma'am, it won't. No, ma'am, it will not. Well, it's probably just sweat, but she said I was glowing. Miss Janet gonna be proud of me because I got these lashes on. They're barely hanging on. Don't look too closely. Maybe I should. Maybe I should back up a little bit. You can't see how terrible this is. I'm anticipating about 50 women coming. Very excited about that. I think about 50 will come, and I'll have such a good time. Just like working out the itinerary and the local experiences. So it's not going to be like we're stuck in a conference room inside all day. Although right now that sounds heavenly because it's so hot out. In October it won't be, I don't think. So it's going to be a nice mix of doing our stuff inside, but then we're getting out into the streets. We're hitting the streets. We're going to do some exploration out there. I have some stuff planned. It's going to be really, really dope. What else? I kind of want to go to the club with y'all. I sent, you remember Cassandra from Be Well Sis? She spoke at December's conference last year. I sent her the itinerary and she's like, girl, maybe I'm just old, but I don't think. I was like, yes, I was at the club. So there's a large Nigerian population here, like enough for more than one church, large Nigerian population. That's something else people are wondering about, like, are Black people here? Yeah, Black people are here. But they're different Black people. They're not the head nod in the street Black people. They're the maybe I'll look in your general direction, or maybe I won't. And if I do look in your general direction, if I make eye contact, I'm not going to acknowledge you in any type of way. Honestly, like where I was living before, like I saw a Black person every single day. Could we be friends? Absolutely not. So absolutely not. There's like it's called Africans in Georgia. Africans in Georgia group joined it. And, it's mostly like church stuff or, people selling stuff, apartments or cars and stuff like that. Maybe a little hair braiding going on there. So that's heartbreaking, honestly, a little disappointing. A lot of them are students, so they come here to go to school. So, they got focused on what they got to do. Or, there's some other stuff going on here too. So different kinds of travelers traveling for different reasons. So not necessarily to connect with people who look like you. I'm not old. Bring on a club. Okay. Oh, that's sad, but glad you found a group. So I have found some really magnificent folks, actually. I started hanging out with them in the winter. I haven't seen them as much this summer, which is a little sad. But I'm really trying to be out every single night. I have stuff to do. I have an entire conference I'm planning. So I'm going to be out with you all the time. School night. But it's this British couple, actually, and they came from Thailand. So went from the UK to Thailand, spent some time there, here, and they're just like really adorable. and like really nice to hang around. They have these two little chihuahuas that are a little bad, but like kind hearts, I guess. I don't know. Remains to be seen. So they've been really dope to hang out with. And actually some Russians that came over. So we had this little motley crew going to a little karaoke, hang out in the streets a little bit. So that has been dope. In the African, I'm always trying to find someone want to go sit down somewhere, basically. But in the Africans in Georgia group, I put like like a women's little bruncheon or something like that. Like, let's get together. There's this one lady that I met, but I think she's like incredibly busy working. So I did get to meet one, like two nice women from Nigeria. Friends can appear anywhere. Sounds great. Right. Exactly. Donna Maria. So yeah, um, talked about what am I missing? Talked about kind of the lifestyle, how stuff going on at the conference, me personally, mastermind a little bit. Yeah, I mean that's kind of it. If you have any specific questions, feel free to hit me up. You know where to find me. Absolutely everywhere in the streets. Thank you so much for popping by to see my face, to give me a nice compliment. Appreciate that. Um, and yeah, I just can't wait to see you here in Tbilisi. So yeah, I will holla at y'all and see y'all out there in the internet streets. Let me put the website up one more design. There we go. Head to blackwomentravel.com/IBWTJ. Check out the two ticket types. Early bird tickets are still in effect. I will yank those down at some point. Do not get caught paying more. I'm interested in you saving money. So do that. There's also a sister ticket. So if there's someone that you want to come with, there's a little bit of an extra discount if you buy two tickets. And yeah, so I have the blog post that I told you about. I'll post that in our group, and on the next email that I send out, I'll also post it there so that if you're on the email list, you can get it, or if you're in the group, you can get it there too. But it just talks about, some different stuff that you may be wondering about. And then I also have like more video content coming. So really I want you to see what it's like here to feel it in your skin. Okay, so I will holla at y'all. I hope you are taking very good care of yourself. I hope you are feeling grounded in whatever moment you're in right now. Grounded in whatever moment. And I will see you soon. Bye.